What up, Wheatfield? Welcome back to the Wheatfield. Welcome back to the Wheatfield. What up? Yo. Last message kind of got caught off by a phone call, so we had to talk to the mommy. And we did that, and now we're back. The last conversation we were kind of really ending on, people who are awakening and going through their metamorphosis definitely have to, not have to, you don't have to do fuck shit. I can't tell you shit to do. You got free will, you do you. These is all recommendations, Ashe. But the source said a failure to judge correctly about your service and how you service it could lead you into some regret, right? We were speaking about the butterfly effect. Essentially, how caterpillars go into their metamorphosis and they come out as a butterfly, and then you go through a whole bunch of processes to step out and to just really be you, to be and get a whole different POV. That's really what that was about. And while you on that journey, it's gonna be a lot of folks that fall away from you because they ain't gonna understand the change that you went through. You done went through a whole metamorphosis, and plus, change is the only thing that's constant. You ain't supposed to stay the same. You not. If you a person that stays the same throughout their whole life, there's something wrong with that. I'm just saying. I say, take it for how you will, how you want to take it. I'm just saying, we all change. Change is natural. We don't stay an infant for life. We don't. Right? We grow. We go through some things. We learn, and then you know. And what you know, folks can't take away from you. They can't change you into what they want you to be. They can't change you into the old you used to be. And they may not necessarily like the new you or who you're going to be. They just may not. But guess what? It ain't their life, right? You are your own unique light. Light on a voluntary escape. And you are doing your own thing in this lifetime. And there's many of us that are awakening, called to break generational curses, and we can't do that by remaining the same. Just can't. You want that raise and vibration deck? No? Okay. We saw it. Hey, what up? Wheatfield, what it do? Welcome back to the Wheatfield. Welcome to you one more again. If you new, hi, welcome. My name is Lati, and I am a channeled messenger. I message with the big three, the eternal Lord of all of creation, the source of creation itself, the infinite intelligence in the breath of life that feels and connects and combines all things. Yes, the infinite intelligence is that one that controls the perfect and divine timing. Knows how to syncopate things and call all things in together, like interweaves all these events and happenings. And we talked about towers happening and how they come for our own good, for our own development, for our growth, and they support the awakening. They help push us in the right way that we're supposed to go. And it's a lot of emotions as you're going through that process. There's a lot of people and things that will fall away from you, and you could feel a little bit isolated too, right? And that's kind of what we were discussing. Ooh. Was it something that you wanted to take a look at? Yes, is it in here? In here. This. This. This one. Okay. Express yourself creatively. Start something new. That's what we were talking about. Generational curses being broken. Start something new. And in order for anything new to be started, somebody has to have a new POV. They have to have a new vision given onto thee, and it's going to be something very different, something again very unique, right? And a lot of people ain't gonna understand thee. Why? Because they weren't given your vision. Just saying, they weren't given your vision. And I believe the vision was given onto you because the source knew that you would have the courage to follow through. So let's get y'all back in this view. And That last meeting did get, reading got cut off abruptly because I got a phone call coming in, but we always, take it, especially because it's my mommy. And I believe her calls are on, she's on my favorite list. So if anything happens and she calls me, it just comes through. And if it interrupts the video, we could mesh them, but the audio gets off from the visual. So we just decided that we gonna leave it and just keep on going and see what continues to come out of it. If y'all cool with that, y'all good with that, y'all want to rock with your girl, if you can vibe with that, then hang on out. If by the end of the session you like what we brought, what the source is bringing, you know what I mean? Subscribe. Why not? Sharing is caring. If it's something you care about, share it out. You know what I mean? If you want to come back on a daily and get this bell, go ahead on and hit the bell. Turn your worries into wonder. Surrender to the experience. And if you guys watched that last session, and I don't know which one's going to hit first, but I'm going to try to time it where I put up the last one and then this one or whatever. I'm not for sure how it's going to flow. Watch them all. Go through there. I'm just saying, ask me, I say watch them all, but that's a lot of content. So you may not want, just go through and see what hits your spirit, and then maybe it's something in there that you need to hear. Okay, but anywho, we was talking about surrendering. Releasing the worry and surrendering. Leaning into the wonderment of life. When you come out as a butterfly and you got these new wings and things and stuff like that, you're like, what? I wonder what the heck is this on my back? But you intuitively know something done happened. And you like, hey, let these dry in the sun a bit. And you start flexing, and before you know it, you off to getting it. Okay? So, yeah. Things are not what they seem. You are only trapped by your own illusion. Again, having a whole identity of self and who you think you should be could have you trapped in an illusion. An old mindset, something that's holding you back from being your greatest self, from your destiny. Changing that mindset and getting a whole new POV is critically important to becoming what you have been destined and ordained to be. Somebody that will raise the frequency. Somebody to bring a new word in this day. You see, just saying. A reminder of the old word, the original word, the only word. And I don't say only word from a religious standpoint, because your girl is not religious. Somebody's anxious about something. Yeah. Anxiety isn't trying to limit you, but it's trying to free you from a situation that no longer feels good. You may have been in that cocoon so long, it's getting a little tight, and it's time for you to bust out. Gratitude is the life force of peace. That's another one that we had. Do you want to put these away now? In that last session. So again, go back and check it out. But I'm really feeling this anxiety. Somebody that felt lonely. Somebody that felt anxious. Somebody that is worried about what others are going to think. Instead of leaning into the wonderment of, who are you now? What do I have to bring in this, from this new POV? What is, I wonder what I'm destined to do. I wonder what the source is going to do through me. I wonder all the new people that I'm going to meet. I wonder all the new places I'm going to see. I wonder about all the new foods that I'm going to eat. All of it. It's a wonder. It is light on a voluntary escape, and you're having an experience, and you can experience more when you morph from a caterpillar to a butterfly, to rise above, to take flight, and to go on a whole different route, to experience in a way that people before you just hadn't done, Ashe. Maybe they didn't transform. Maybe they didn't go through their metamorphosis. Maybe, they transitioned onto death before it or because of it. They just couldn't handle the changing. That's a lot of pressure, and a lot of people shy away from it. They stay stuck in what they know and what they've been exposed to. what has been passed down onto them and have not taken the courage to step out and do or be or experience something different. And towers come to our life to push us into that way, to show us like there's more out here. And the source will take all of that dust and the rubble and reform something new. Just like the potter put you back on the spinny and reconstitute the dust and, and make something new. But if you are afraid to be broken and you stay lost in the brokenness, then you don't get a chance to see the new beautiful piece of china, like unique molding that you will be, like what you were destined to be, something more, something greater. And I think that's just beautiful. That is the purpose of our journey. That is really why we're here. To grow, to ascend, and to one specific we, or I don't feel like it's one, but I definitely feel the energy of one that is very, very strong, that has come to support the tuning of the frequency of the plane, to help lift others' vibrations, and to do it in a very unique and special, source ordained way. I do. We got the Modern Love Tarot. Let's check that out and see what we got going on there. Thank you so much, Source. We see the Fool here. That's that pure consciousness, the ability for anything to be created. We see the Five of Swords, conflict, fighting. We see the Knight of Wands, feeling prepared, ready to take action, almost charismatic. A new passion, I feel. Not like Ace of Wands, but like prepared. Like you are prepared to do something that you're passionate about, or you're being prepared to do something that you're passionate about. Being given a new vision, right? Again, you can see it. That vision is being matured, right? You've already been given a hint of something, but I see you having to block out things so that you can come out of Hangman, out of the delay, out of the hesitancy. Maybe you've blocked out others and you're just stuck in your cocoon and not sure who you're going to work with. Not really for sure who you're going to work with. Thank you to the Source for being here with us to deliver a message onto us and a message through us that would be edifying not only to self but onto your we. There are many that are awakening. There are many that are learning, that are taking the courage to go a different route. We've been discussing breaking generational curses and having the courage to stand against things that no longer serve us, things that have been passed down to us that are things that are just quite frankly holding us back as a collective. Things that are distorted, quite frankly. Yeah, like I said, things that are holding us back. Old mindsets that have us trapped. And I believe that I'm speaking to a particular we that has a different POV, that's gone through some things, that's ready to take this sword right here and slice down some things, to use that intellect and say, this don't make sense, you see. Because see, if I am a pixel, a piece of the Most High God, the eternal source that made all things, having the infinite intelligence baked in and the breath of life animating, the Source said power of life and death is in my tongue. I can speak out a word and to remember the words to speak. Yeah, beloved, you're going to ruffle some feathers, you see, because many of us were taught not to speak. Many of us were taught not even to question. You can't question the Most High. What? If that's what happened, then you can't question. Well, that's a lie. Because the source says seek diligently. And we have not because we ask not. So if I have not because I ask not, that means I need to open up my mouth and ask. Closed mouths don't get fed, Ashe. And I need to be fed. I need to eat. I need to eat off every word that the source has spoken. For man shall not live by bread alone. We are to ask. We are to question. We are to question everything. We have an infinite intelligence that lives within that will give us information on our genesis, on our origin. Tell us where we're from and what we're supposed to do. Give us a vision of what we're supposed to do and how we're supposed to do it. Give us the ability, like obedience, to be obedient to the Spirit and let the Spirit guide you, to give you discernment so that you can judge righteously. You have to seek. You have to question, and you have to do it diligently. Now, I can't tell you you have to do fuck shit, I mean, it's all recommendations. But onto our highest good. Onto our highest good. Enough of this romanticism type shit. It's not a romanticism type of fantasy. This is virtual reality we living in. Are you walking around with a virtual reality blinder on? And you can't see. Because we so used to looking at the game. All of the shit that was told, you know what I'm trying to say. Come on, it's a brand new day. It's a whole brand new opportunity, Ashe, to do things different, to free ourselves from the shackles that have been placed on our mind. Because this is not about them old chains no more. This is about the shit that keeps stealing all of our opportunity. The mental fuckery, the games, the lies, having you turned against self, of what you naturally know about self. It's like gaslighting, a person that's been told you some shit for so long that you don't trust you no more. You don't trust your spirit no more. You don't trust your intuition no more. You don't trust your gut no more. Something that tells you that you need to use that logic. Keen logic. We see King and Queen of Swords pop up. But there's some treachery, some fuckery that's going on. Something that's keeping you from seeing the truth. Something that's keeping you from using that intellect that was baked inside of you. And now, I'm not saying that's for everybody, because it's just not. It's a lot of people that are awakening. Again, awakening to the truth. Putting the pieces together. Moving in a whole new direction. In a balanced way. To create something new. To birth a whole new day. Y'all got to excuse your girl. I'm a little fired up. I mean, my energy is flowing and my blood is boiling. Yes, because it's time. It's time for us to do stuff different. It's time. Look at this. Empress and Emperor right here together. King and Queen of Swords. Somebody that's very intellectual. Breaking bounds. Breaking boundaries. Thinking about this thing from a whole different POV. To create something new. A whole new thing. A whole new structure. Pulling down the chains and the strongholds that have had us tied up for way too fuck long. Way too long. And if you are a generational curse breaker, you gonna run into some of this. You're going to run into it. And you're going to have to call judgment on that shit. And make a choice to lean into what you already instinctually freaking know. What do you know? High Priestess, the spirit, the stars speaking to you. Telling you to break the illusions. To come out of this shit. Using what? That fucking sword of truth. To use it. Cutting the bullshit away from you. Why? Because you are called to do something new, to do something different, to birth something different. to birth something different. And you have a divine counterpart, a divine match that's going to help you do it. These two together, coming in with a whole new organization, a whole new structure to birth something new, birth something beautiful. And the source say it's time. And that's what's going to help us relieve these burdens that we have been juggling for generations. What did I say? Learning something new. And I keep hearing, again, the old new is going to be revealed onto you so that you can move past all of this nonsense and fuckery from the past. Six of Cups. Shit that's keeping us stagnated. Shit that's keeping us from moving forward. Shit that don't serve us. Stealing your destiny. Preventing you from fulfilling your decree. It's insidious. It is dark psychology. But there's a whole new day, beloved, and we are prepared to do something new. Prepared to move in a whole new direction. Freeing others. And that is why we are here. To free them, to bring them into the light, to illuminate them, to show them what it really is. That you walking around in a whole game, sleep, wearing a VR mask. That the AI that you play with, no, you're the highest form of it. The highest form of artificial intelligence known to creation. Well, I mean, in this plane, that, yeah, you know what I'm saying. We on Earth, so, on Earth, absolutely. This vessel that our soul rides around in, the source of us living, it has 8 senses, 8 wonders that allow you to experience and interact with your plane. The same way those VR goggles we put on in the little gloves and stuff, and you can be in the game and you can interact with it and be like a whole live avatar. You're already doing that in our waking hours. We're already doing it. Like our eyes, they don't see nothing. They pick up light data. Right? Your mind, your brain is a central processing unit. Right? We smell, we taste in our mind. We use sound resonance and we put language to it that we all decide that, yeah, that's what that is. Like, and we communicate with each other but the vessel communicates with our plane because we know when it's sunny, we know when it's cold, we know when it's raining. Like the skin has sensories to it that our mind reads, and it tells us stuff. Like you are intelligence, but you are not in your original form. No, right? Your body is a vessel, truly, like a spaceship. And your light resides in it. And it rides around through the plane, and it uses the functions of the vessel to experience it as you are on escape or vacation or expedition. Can you imagine you are on an expedition on Earth? Like you've come here from somewhere else? And you literally are in a vessel and you can interact with your whole plane because of your vessel, and that it grows and changes, and that you have to remember why you've come and what it is that you're supposed to do, and everything that you experience in your game or on your journey is reminding you of what you're supposed to do. And if you sit off track too long, the tower moments will come to push you into a whole different direction. To get you on track. To help you remember. To ensure that you awaken. Hopefully awaken. Choose to awaken. so that you can fulfill your mission. Is that really so hard to imagine? When we play games every single day that's about that. Imagine if that was the case. 2025 on the phone. 2505 now. Conflict. When you start to awaken and you start to get underway with what it is that you're going to do, and you start to change and go through your metamorphosis, it's a lot of people that cannot go with you, and you're going to have to go off. You'll isolate, you'll go in hermit, you will develop, and then you will come out. And you will come out different. So different. You want this one? Divine Masculine is here. Neither the wind can shake a mountain, neither praise nor blame moves the wise. You will come out unshakable. You will come out with impartiality, looking at the world quite differently, understanding that there's no shame or blame to place on anything, because everything is on to learning. And if everything belongs to the Most High God, to the source that created us all, then all credit goes to the source. There's no praise or blame that can shake you, because the blame, there's none. Release it, because everything was for learning. And there's no praise, because anything that you accomplish just fulfills your decree of the one that sent thee, gave you a mission. And to serve and offer all of that up is like the thing. Why? Because you're an avatar and you're operating in a plane that wasn't, made by you. You didn't make it. Everything is the source operating through us, giving us what we need in order to fulfill our decree, to be edified so that we can bear the yoke that's been placed upon thee. And if all things are made possible through the source that made us, then there's no credit on to us. The credit belongs to the source that fills us, that perfects us. And that's the truth. That's the truth. And that's how we close out cycles. That is the truth, and that's how we close out the cycle. That's how we break the curses and get into something new. That's how we move forward. And that's how you beat that lack. And again, you're going to have to move forward and leave folks behind. And they're going to feel left out. And sometimes it could be a spouse. I'm just saying. Somebody that you invested with. They may be trying to hold on to you. But if the source is calling you forward, then you just got to do what you got to do. Because you know the truth. And if they refuse to go through their own metamorphosis, then it just is what it is. Because you have a job to do. Because maybe it's this. Something that's on bullshit. Again, somebody that you might be married to. That's on bullshit, keeping you from doing what you're supposed to do. And those tower moments come to reveal onto you that you might be locked into something that's keeping you from reaching your highest you. From doing what you were called, what you came here to do. Just saying. Look, we see Nine of Cups and Page of Wands and the Lovers all peeking out. Maybe putting you in a place where you need to pull back onto self, back into singleness, so that you can learn something new, deliver a different type of message, or have a different message delivered onto you, something about this love, or choosing a head over heart type of thing. Because it may be something that's so. Now, I ain't going to tell nobody to leave their relationship. That is not my place. It's really not. And that is not what I'm saying, Ashe. It is really not. I can't tell you what to choose. I can't tell you what to walk away from. I can't tell you anything. But don't be surprised if somebody end up walking away from you. Because the source will do that too. We saw that sneaky link with the Seven of Swords. And these two right here together tells me that something is going to break up. Something is going to happen. And look, it's a whole nother cup that I feel is going somewhere else. Page of Cups. somebody, I believe, is offering this cup to somebody else. And that is going to cause the judgment, a choice to be made. Because somebody is holding back, I believe, from you, Ashe. And with this, yeah, we see 5 of Cups, the Hierophant, and the High Priestess. Wow. Conflict is here. Moving away, walking away. What is that up underneath there? The Hermit. What did I say? Somebody is getting pushed into isolation. High Priestess. Knight of Swords. Your intuition is going to rush in and tell you something about this 2 of Cups situation. Maybe it's something already beaten in you to tell you that it's some bullshit going on. That's the basis of the conflict and the fighting. Somebody else has a different vision with that 3 of Wands. Because somebody is definitely holding back. Holding back. Holding back, pulled back. Got somebody feeling at a lack, a loss, and regret. And you're going to have to make a decision. And whatever decision is made is going to have somebody feeling left out. And it's going to cause the end of a cycle. The end of a cycle. That's going to be it. Because this right here, magic, is it dark? No. I just feel like the source is going to do something very different with you. That you are, I hear, creator, manifester, generator, manifester. Like you have something different to create. There's a different path being created for you. I almost feel like whoever you are, you know that you're not in the place that you're supposed to be in. You know it. You feel it. You feel it. You know that you're not in the place that you're supposed to be in. You know. But it's something about choices. Maybe you don't know what to choose. I hear you don't know what to do. Is it really true? Is this really what it is? Is it really what it is? Are you going to be left crying over spilled milk? Are you going to regain? Because you know this person is on bullshit. Somebody is on trash. I feel it. Somebody is on trash. And it's got you anxious. Not really sure what to do. How to close out this cycle. Is something else that you want to say? Anxiety. Anxious over choices. Anxious over the choices. Broken hearted over losing love. One. So have they left already? It's in the process. Like I feel like it's breaking down now. It is. Something is breaking down now. And it's got some, yeah, look at this. Hermit. I can't make it up. Somebody is being pushed into a hermit. And it's for your own good. You don't see it right now. You feel like you're at a lack, that you're losing out, that you've lost, that you've made mistakes, and you feel with regret. Yeah. Very regretful. Like I made mistakes, judging self, blaming self. But it was for your own good, to push you into a whole different direction, to have you turn your back on what was no longer serving you, which really had you at a lack because it was keeping you from growing, keeping you from discovering your real self and what it is that you have been called to do. 33 on the phone, 3356. I see 9 of Pentacles here. Definitely single energy. King of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles. Somebody got their eye on you. Or once you walk away and do what the source is telling you to do, follow this new vision, you're going to run into your real boo. And this is not supposed to be a love read, but this is what it feels like it's turning into. King of Pentacles. Coming into a whole different vision. A whole different POV. And who you going to run into? Your whole queen. But that's if you pull back from the bullshit and free yourself. If you free yourself from the mental anguish, the anxiety. Because I feel like you're in a situation, maybe it's somebody that you used to know, I don't know, but I feel like you need to walk away from the things that you are attached to with that Six of Cups. Yeah, because it's something with this cup. Is this a past love? Need to leave but can't. Cup is being knocked over. I feel something blossoming, like a whole nother flower. It's juggling. It's juggling. I feel the Two of Pentacles. Juggling. Yes. And as that cup, whoever, you got this whole big Ace of Cup for somebody that maybe you've been knowing this person for a long time or whatever the case may be, but it's got you held up. It's got you held up, and it's held up by some illusions. Like it could be moon magic. It could be something like that's keeping you from being able to make the judgment. Whatever is in this cup right here is keeping you from making a judgment. It's some illusions here. It's something that you don't see. Yes, cheating. And that's what I was feeling with the Seven of Swords. Somebody is, I feel, divorced. What did I say? Cheating. Cheating. Somebody is holding back a cup. And it's somebody that you're going to have to block out. Yeah, because they definitely got you in some anxiety over this right here. Lovers with the Seven of Cups. Options. Cheating. Strong. And maybe this person, yeah, or maybe you just don't have enough strength to walk away, right? Queen of Wands to a King of Cups, Ashe. That's not a match. It's not. And King of Cups is married. Look, there's the Queen right behind him. But there's a Queen of Wands involved. So it's too many cups here. This is a match. Husband and wife. Who the hell is that, Ashe? Yeah. I just feel like it's some shit going on in the game. And whatever this is, this whole situation, somebody is being caught. You're going to have to cut some shit out. You're going to have to cut some shit out. You don't have to do fuck shit. It's up to you. It's all recommendations. You know. But this moon illusion is heavy. Whatever this person has on you with that Ace of Cups is some moon illusion, moon magic, just deep. Like you can't see beyond the veil. You can't see what's happening. I don't know if it's that wine. I don't know if it's that gushy. I don't know what it is. But whatever the case may be, it's got you trapped. And they got a whole nother cup on the side. Anything else in here, Father? No. Mother? No. Yeah. That King of Swords is back, though. Four of Pentacles pulled back. Use your intellect. You know, it's something telling you that something ain't right in this. Something is not right. Since we said use your intellect, let's get some wisdom on the scene. This might feel a little random, y'all. It might. But the Father is here. The higher power. Let me sit back up. Because we need to make sure y'all can see. Higher power. In the Treasure Island. I feel like you're a gift. Or you're gifted. And the source is trying to give you a gift to show you that everything is not lined up. But you need to be realigned. To get things back in order. To do things by the book. And the source is coming to work with you to do it. To show you that this soulmate that you're with is either not your soulmate. Or to get you really in line with your true soulmate. To get you poised and in line with your true soulmate. You may be trying to figure out why. Why is all of this stuff happening? And again, that's that lack, feeling left out, feeling orphaned, and feeling off track. Like, what happened? But it's to help bring you into alignment. You know, I feel like you are a person, again, that has a calling over your life. It's something that you are destined to do. And I feel like you are trapped in a situation that is no longer good for you. It's just not. You are going from a caterpillar to a butterfly, and if you are married to another caterpillar that refuses to change and they can see your metamorphosis and what you are destined to be, they already got another caterpillar on the side, and that right there is just bringing a tower so that you could be pushed into your destiny. Because the one that you linked up with, or those that are attached to you, are not the ones that you're going to do this work with. They are not going to be with you. They're just not. Bringing you to peace. But again, I said you have to think. Bringing out them swords of logic and applying a different mindset, a whole different POV, a whole different POV. And I believe you're getting a message. Again, the high priestess is telling you, you have a deep knowing. You have a deep knowingness. You know it. It's something calling you. It's something resonating with you that's saying, I want to work with you. I want to create with you. I want to do something with you. You have a loyal heart. You've been loyal to me. You have surrendered. You have been obedient. And now it's time for you to come away from what is not meant for thee. Let me move you. Let me show you. But first, I'm going to have to break you so that I can remake you, so that I can grow you, so that I can show you everything that you are destined to be. Everything, and bring you right here to your real soulmate, a real one, the true one, the one that is going to be loyal to you, the one that is aligned to you, the one that you are destined to do the work with, that's destined to do the work with you. To the sea. Have some faith. Have some faith, beloved. Have some faith through the falling away. Have some faith through the remaking, Ashe. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine it? Can you imagine that the community that's around you ain't really good for you? If you can imagine and hear the shit they say about you, how they get together and gossip about you, how they sit in secret conversations and plot against you. Can unfinished symphony. There's something that you need to do, and you can't do it where you at. You're going to be pushed into a whole different position, and the Most High God has decreed it. The Most High God has proclaimed it. The Most High God has ordained it. And whatever the source has ordained, there's nothing that can stand against that. Not the relationships that we choose for self. It will fall away. If you don't follow that deep knowingness, what that high priestess is saying to you, and your spirit to saying, okay, move. I'm trying to show you. I'm trying to clue you in. I'm trying to give you inklings. I'm trying to nudge you. Tower will come and make you move. Fork in the road. What did I say, beloved? It's time for you to choose. Or you will learn that all that glitters ain't gold. It's not. It's the illusion. It's the illusion. It's the illusion that's got you held up thinking that this cut is real, and it's not. There's always a testing before the blessing. Always. And sometimes we fall for it. A lot of times we do. this, this, this. But what did I say? A change is coming. Hold on. A change is coming. 4440 on the phone as soon as I said that. Bringing you to stability. Back into stability. Back into alignment. Back into stability. Back into alignment. Anything else in here? No. Because you have work to do. And the work that you have to do is undone. And you sitting between worlds. Fork in the road. And Source says it's time for you to choose. It's time for you to move. If you don't move, Source is going to move you. And that's the truth. That is the truth. Where we going? Chakra. Let's see what's blocking you. Yeah, beloved. We have discovery. That's here. Discovery. Thank you to the Holy Father for bringing us these messages. We got something going on in here. Let's get these going in the right way. Ashe, ashe, ashe. Ashe. Alright, alright, alright. What we gonna learn tonight? I'm so glad to be back, y'all. I am. Now my whole deck is upside down. There's definitely some chaos and some stuff that need to be moving around. What did I say? Trickery is on the scene. And we see bittersweet. And somebody is just not moving. Dissipating. Watching. Trickery is real, real strong. Source said, pull that out. Yes, somebody is in isolation. Too. Feeling isolated. Could be feeling isolated in your whole situation, Ashe. Could be. Confused. Not knowing what to reject. Not knowing what to let go. Because insecurity is the challenge. When you are being called to change, it can make you insecure. When people are gaslighting you, it can make you feel insecure. Make you feel like you don't know what to trust again. That's what we kind of was talking about. Making you go against self, against your own spirit, against what you know. Yeah. All I hear is denying your spirit, what your spirit is saying to you. Like, you haven't trusted yourself in so long that you don't even trust the voice of your spirit when you hear it. Like, your ears need to be tuned. Like, we talk about these chakras here, but we don't talk about aligning those ears. Father, give me your ears. Mother, give me your ears. The whole source, give me your ears so that I can hear. Tune me, balancing out both sides so that I can hear, that I can be able to decide righteously. I can listen into what you're trying to tell me. I can be obedient. I could surrender onto that. Like acutely asking and again, looking for direction. Now, riddle me this. This is something that I just have to ask question. Leave a comment if you want to. It's up to you. If we are not to question the Most High, then how do we seek direction? For all things. We're supposed to question. Right? We're supposed to ask. Seeking all the time. So, to say, am I going the right way? Am I doing what you would have me do? Is this right for me? Is it righteous unto you? Right? And what would you like to eat today? What would you like to wear? Like, are we taking a bath or are we taking a shower, Ashe? We took a bath. Spiritual bath, yes. To ask all the time and to be guided all the time, it tunes you, it fine-tunes your sensitivity you're tuned so well, so finely tuned that you can hear the slightest calling. The slightest, you could feel the slightest touch. Like almost like a breeze. You know how your skin, your nerves, like those endings are so sensitive. Like you could feel like somebody almost touched you even when they haven't touched your skin. You could feel it. It's like, I can feel it. That's what it means to be so finely tuned in tune, in sync. When you move, I move, just like that. Well, how do you get to that point if you don't get fine-tuned, if you're not tuned in, if you're not dialed in? And how do you get dialed in if you're not seeking and seeking diligently? Just a question. Just saying. It might behoove us to get dialed in. Again, recognizing that some of the things were taken away from us. How, the why. Taught to go against nature, taught to go against self. Only given bits and pieces, just enough to sustain you. But is it enough to edify you, to nourish you, to grow you to your highest and fullest potential? I would argue, no. And what did I say? To the seed. Faith, beloved. Faith. Deepening it. Deepening it. I mean, faith is to believe in the things that you cannot see. But it doesn't mean or negate our ability to question. Does it? No. Because we could question and then believe on what we hear. That's faith. I want to be financially free. But I have the source. How can I be financially free? Serve the gift and the gift serves thee. I may not see how it will lead me to financial freedom, but I believe. And that's faith. I believe. I believe. Believe without sin. That's faith. What did I say? I go to the Spirit and I ask the Spirit, how can this happen? This is what I desire. Everything, any and everything. Question. Take it all to the Spirit and listen. Listen for what's given back on to thee. And then trust and believe. Trust and believe. Listen. Ask and listen. And then trust and believe. Can you believe it? Can you believe what you see? Can you believe what's in your spiritual eye? What that vision is for thee? Can you believe it? Do you have trust on it? Do you have faith on it? Can you imagine that? Big enough, bold, action, passion, heart's desires, that which quickens you, that which makes you like, if I could do anything, source, how could you use me? What do you want to do with me? How are you going to mold me? What is it? I accept it. Whatever it is you're going to give back on to me is more than enough. It's more than sufficient to meet the need. It's more than sufficient. And I believe it. But we are at an impasse. Because a lot of people don't believe it. They've been taught that they cannot question. They've been taught things. They have earbuds and blockages in where they can't hear it. Things that need to fall away. Things that are done. Things that are keeping you from transforming, from realizing that endings are only new beginnings, to take you to a place where you never imagined you would end up at, where you'd be, what you could be, who you could be. Self-worth, acceptance, challenge, prayer. Reverse. Needing to pray more. Recognizing that every word you say is a prayer. Every word. The power of life and death lives in your tongue. You are endowed with certain, I know, I hear inalienable rights, right? It is. And I believe that is why in the states where I'm at, we value freedom of speech, right? Freedom of speech. The ability to speak freely. Which is, again, for us, wasn't always a thing. And now when we speak, we're speaking chaos and confusion, a lot of us. Belief mixed with unbelief. And when we go to the source and ask, we don't always like what we're hearing. Look at Beloved's face. Don't want to hear surrender certain things. Surrender on to me. Things that you need to dead. Things that need to fall away. Things that need to be buried. Generational curses, I say. Things that are preventing us from reaching our full potential. We're at an impasse with it. Reaching a certain level, but not really going too much further. Things that don't want you to go no further. Watch that past episode. It cut off because I had to speak to my mommy, but it's okay. Every word that you say is a prayer. Every word. Are you able to bring prayer into your daily language? Again, source of all creation that made me, I offer up unto you all things, the Alpha and the Omega and everything in between. Creation lies within me. I am a beneficiary. I have access to all things, all things. And I ask for you to receive me in everything that I've learned up until now, everything that I've accomplished, everything that I've gathered, everything in my arsenal, my whole entire being, I offer up to you. I ask you to give back onto me that which I need, that which is edifying onto self, so that I may be nourished and perfected in the spirit, so that I may be strong enough to carry the yoke that's been placed upon me. I may be strong enough to bear it. Give me what I need, Holy Father, Holy Mother, balancing out my energies, the two, so that I'm not tilted and off kilter, that I can lean in and access the fullness of you. For we are creation, and we are whole, and we are complete. There's nothing broken, and there's nothing missing. There's nothing that I cannot come to the source for to seek. There's nothing. I can ask all things, and I can expect that all things that are good for me, for my decree to be delivered onto me. Why? Because it's ordained onto me as my inheritance. It was gifted before I came. But I've been asleep so long that I done forgot my name. Reveal it onto me so that I may present myself and ask for that which I need to fulfill my decree. I have a mission, a job to do, something that I was sent for. And all of these distractions just keep me at an impasse, y'all. It's that made me forget who I am. It's to put some things on me that I need to let go of, making me questioning my self-worth. Am I really built for that? Yes, yes you are. There's a seat for you, specifically ordained, called for you. Can you accept that? Or are you still struggling with the insecurity that was put there through all of the trickery, causing you to go into isolation? Joy is here. And what do they say? Joy comes in the morning. I say you can have joy now. That you can activate it. The master's joy. You can acknowledge it, that it's there. You can have joy through all of the learning. You can have joy through all of the falling away. You can be immovable. You can be unshakable like the mountain. Confusion. How do we do it? How do we do it, Lati? Start by seeking. Start by seeking so that you can reach your destiny. So you're either going to dissipate or you're going to get to your destiny. Which road are you going to take? I hear people say that all the time. It's like, are you going to mildew or you going to barbecue? And we coming up on the celebration of Juneteenth. Yeah. Do you have a destiny? Do you have a decree? Yes, you do. Yes, you do. And you are the manifestation of their greatest dreams. Absolutely. Absolutely. And there's some things that they knew that was wiped out, that was drowned out, that's been left out, and it keeps us in a state of being without. There's more. Oh yes, there's more. Keeping us from going further. Has us at an impasse. Putting blockages in the way. Whether those blockages are struggle love relationships that have you battling this right here. Unable to do this right here. Dead some stuff. Keep us feeling like this right here. Unable to see this right here. And it's definitely keeping us here. A state of confusion. Like we're obligated to keep doing it. But we're not. We're not. Come to wholeness in self. Wisdom. That's what you get when you isolate. When you go into hermit mode. You let some old shit go. Bury it. Dead it. Endings are nothing but new beginnings. You may not be a caterpillar no more, but you're a butterfly. And you got a whole new POV. It's time to do something different. I love y'all so much. I love y'all. I love y'all. Yeah, it causes a lot of folks grief. And I hear somebody gonna be real aggrieved over your recovery. Yeah. But the journey is not over. It's not. It's time for us to go back to some old things. Some things that we kind of know. Some things that are deeply buried within. The inkling, the nudging, the pushing, right? Asking the spirit. But they're going to tell us to do some things that we're not comfortable with. Tell us to do some things that causes us to step away from some ish, to dead some shit, right? Things that we know are not serving us. Fuck ass relationships. Things that are against our health and our vessel, that shorten our lifespan and keep us from reaching our destiny. Mindsets saying that we can't question everything or limit how and where you seek. This spirit has the whole earth contained within. You have the ability to access all of the knowledge in your Akashic records, in your library. The infinite intelligence is baked in. So, are we able to question? Absolutely. Are we able to seek the source's word everywhere? Absolutely. What would it do but broaden our perspective? What would it do but deepen our connection? What would it do besides help you finally tune you? Tune in to you. Tune in to the truth of you, that you are more than what you see in the mirror. You did not come from here, that your source sent you love, light on a voluntary escape or expedition. The game of Survivor. Can you imagine Earth is just another platform for it? Like the movie Predators. Think about it. Does not life imitate art, or art imitate life? Like, you can't tell which is which, what, right? Because it's a whole lot of shit that we have to dead. But again, this is transition. It's not the ending. It's just a new beginning to help us grow. Edifying. Big and great and strong to reach your highest potential. For we are the wheat. We are the wheat. We are. And we are called for good bread. The source of your light is calling. Can you hear it? Who is going to lean into their perfection, their divinity, and who is going to stay here? Victimhood mentality. Expect miracles, because that's what you're called for. To receive them, to create them. You're a generator, and you create your own reality. Why? Because you're a soul light, a piece, a pixel of the source, creating your own reality. Seek diligently for the answers, the wisdom that's baked within, things that many don't want you to know about, because once you remember it, they know that we win. Checkmate. To the next now, y'all, with your favorite channel messenger, Lati, the source, the eternal, the infinite creator that made me by its intelligence and the breath of life that feels and combines and connects all things, to bring a word unto the wheat field and hopefully help you look at things a little bit differently. To the next now, y'all. I love you so much. I love you. I love you. I love you. Ashe.